Grab your tea, grab your coffee, and if you're vegan, grab your water because I don't discriminate. Welcome back to Chit Chats with Charity. My name is Charity, like love and donations, and I accept both. First off, I want to start by saying that I am not making this video to start a debate. I am not making this video to argue with anyone, and I am not making this video to impose my beliefs, my morals, or my values on another person. I am simply making this video to educate my peers, to educate those a part of my generation, and to educate those who just want to know more and just want to dig a little bit deeper. So today's discussion is going to be about the law that was passed in New York that legalized abortion up until its full term. So I'm just going to read word for word what the bill has allowed. And it says that an abortion may be performed by a licensed, certified, or authorized practitioner within 24 weeks from the commencement of pregnancy, or there is an absence of fetal viability, meaning is the fetal functioning, is it gonna survive, things of that nature, or at any time, and this is where the law has been changed, or at any time when necessary to protect a patient's life or health. Because before, the cutoff for abortion was at 24 weeks. Now with this new law, anytime therefore clarifies that if the baby is supposed to be delivered at 5:30 tomorrow, the mom has up until 5:29 to abort her baby. When I heard of this news, my first thing was, dang, I really need to start educating myself. Just because I live in Florida and that this bill does not necessarily directly affect me and the decisions that I'm gonna make, but it does affect those that are living in New York. And so I wanted to be able to sympathize with these people, and I wanted to be able to just make myself more aware of this topic. So one of the arguments that I came across was that people believe that abortion should be legalized because the fetus that is unborn is technically not alive. So my question is, well, what qualifies someone to be alive? What qualifies someone to be human? No one ever questions if a female elephant is pregnant with a baby elephant inside of her, is that elephant not alive? Like, how come when it comes to the topic of humans, and if a baby fetus is still developing and growing inside of another human mother, inside of its human mother, why is that baby less alive or less human than its mother? So I began to look up scientifically what qualifies something or someone to be alive. And so there are certain characteristics that define living things. The first one is it can grow and it can change. Can a baby that is a fetus, can it grow and can it change? Yes. It has to go through several development stages, and some of the fetal development stages is that when a sperm and an egg meet, it fertilizes, creates a single-celled zygote. Can it grow from that? Yes. Just 24 hours after fertilization, the baby's heart begins to beat. However, because of human technology, and we're not yet as advanced as we can be, because I have hope for us, we as humans cannot hear or monitor a baby's heartbeat up until 3 to 4 weeks. And even then, the heartbeat isn't as strong and it is still a little bit faint up until 8 weeks. But that is just because our human ultrasounds and the technology that we use to hear and monitor heartbeats just cannot hear a faint heartbeat after 1 week. Is the fetus made up of cells? Yes, we just figured out that the first stage in fertilization, the baby is a zygote, which is single cellular. Is a baby fetus metabolic, meaning does it have functioning cells? So yes, we know that it is a cell, but does it function? The answer to that is yes. Is it able to reproduce? Well, so we don't look at a 3-year-old and say that she is any less human or any less alive because she cannot sexually reproduce and have a child at the age of 3 because she has yet to have her menstrual cycle. So just because this fetus cannot have another fetus while it's still developing as a fetus, does that make it any less alive? Do they have cells that can reproduce and continue to grow? Yes, they do. But sexually, can they reproduce as a fetus? No, they cannot. But they're still able to reproduce. So check yes. Therefore, all of these things that characterizes whether something is alive, a fetus, a baby that has yet to be born, that is fully functioning, whether they have autism, whether they have Down syndrome, they are still qualified as alive based off of science. So they are still alive. I began to research all this stuff, and then I just kept seeing Roe versus Wade, and I began to see the 14th Amendment. So I was like, well, what does the 14th Amendment actually say? It says verbatim, word for word, all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. Just to break that down a little bit, if you're born in the United States, and let's say you're born in Florida, you are not only a Florida citizen, but you're also a citizen of the United States. It says, no state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States. To break that down a little bit more, no state shall make or enforce any law which takes away, which infringes, which diminishes, demolishes the privileges of another United States citizen. Nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the law. So now, this is where things kind of get confusing, because obviously this law was made during the time of when slavery has been abolished, but it's still concrete, it is still law, it is still fact. That doesn't just apply to slavery or racial discrimination. This same law can still be applied to abortion. So when it says that nor shall any state deprive any person, and we have already defined that this fetus is by law, natural law, scientific law, human law, that they are still a human, that they are still a person, regardless of if they're zygote or regardless of if they're 18 years of age, they're still human. It says that nor shall any state deprive any person of life, but then abortion is legal. But we're depriving this fully human of their life. So contradictory number one, liberty, so freedom, or property. Well, if they're dead, they can no longer acquire property. So we're literally saying that they cannot do all three of these things. So the next thing that I want to talk about is, it says, nor shall any state deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the law. So that rose the question to me was whether or not unborn babies have rights. To my research, they absolutely do have rights. And for example, one of the rights is, law says that a fetus has moral and legal rights that are protected under natural and civil law. So for example, one of these rights was written in 1999, the Unborn Victims of Violence Act. Pretty much which means, for example, if a robber was to step into a bank and start setting off fire and start just shooting people, and he happens to shoot and kill a pregnant woman, not only is this person going to be charged with the murder of the woman, but also the murder of the baby. They're going to be convicted of a double murder, because not only did they kill the mom, but they also killed the fetus. So I was like, well, if that is a law, the World Medical Association Declaration raises the question on, well, does a mother have equal rights with her baby? And so when abortion comes, and things such as therapeutic abortion, which means if a mother was raped, and then in that case of rape resulted in a baby being born or a pregnancy, does the mother and the fetus have equal rights? Sad answer, and the sad truth to that is no. In certain circumstances, which legal abortion is one of those certain circumstances, the mom has to say whether or not her rights supersedes that of her fetus. And so all of this being said, knowing that we just went through the Constitution and saw that the law clearly states that it is illegal for anyone to deprive someone of life, and we have determined that a single-celled zygote is a living organism, how come abortion is still legal? I just want you to wake up, be more productive in your informing yourself. The first step in making a change in this nation and making a change in yourself and in making a change to those around you is first off informing yourself. People have fought and died for you to have a voice, for you to be able to vote. So by you saying that you don't want to vote, or that you do not have a voice, or it is not loud enough and it is not adequate, people are still dying by your choice. So stand up and use the voice that you were given. And if you do want to make a difference and you do want to start exercising your right to petition, exercising your right to vote, I am going to leave a link in the description box below for you to click on to petition this new bill. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you do want to become informed on more topics or on the daily things that are going on around you and just get a different perspective and just open up your mind for encouragement, I say subscribe, like, comment. Also, I want you to start a discussion in this comment section. If there are any questions that you have that you do want to further in your own research, write it in the comment section below, and hopefully people will come alongside you and team with you to find these answers. You are not in this alone. Don't feel alone. Don't feel condemned or judged based on your decisions. Just be able to justify why you feel the way you feel and open up your mind to new possibilities. You already know the drill. Chit, 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 chat to charity.